Hey guys, this is Feeding Frenzy 91, and I'm really on a frenzy today. This is my fifth video for the day. Anyway, we're going off with the character bios. We only have two more left in 400 days, and then I can call myself done and say that I made my goal of finishing these before season 2 came out. All right. Now, the next character in the list going down, we just went through Russell, so the next character would be Bonnie. Now, Bonnie was she's a different character than the others. Now, she once again has kind of a set preset in the sense that she was a druggie. You know that. She used to be on drugs, and she has this relationship with Leland, and the whole point. Now, you can choose whether to pursue Leland, even though he's married to D, but you can also choose to kind of back off from the relationship, though not as much. Like, you can't literally just tell him to back off. I don't think so. You can kind of tell him, like, we're just friends or something like that, but you can't literally tell the guy to back off. And Bonnie is relatively happy. She's very different from the other characters, I tell you. She's relatively kind of a happy person, it seems like, and she's kind of gullible, I would want to say. I'm not exactly sure. Perhaps it's her past of being a drug addict, but she's kind of gullible as compared to the other characters. Also, her story revolves a lot around people asking her questions rather than her talking to people. Though that's what most of the people in 400 Days story is, though, which makes it much different than the other storyline. Now, of course, as I mentioned, you can pursue Leland, which is not alright with his wife.
Darling, I'm sorry we're...
Darling!
I mean, why would it be? But what's kind of messed up is that D is the one who got them in the trouble, because D is the one who stole from the next character's group. D literally took, and then she kind of was all quiet about it, and then they're going to stand still when she knows they've got stolen material there. And D will not let it go that Bonnie and Leland are in some type of relationship.
I just want to get somewhere where I can change my clothes, and then you and your girlfriend can...
Of course, it then leads to D like, we got to get out of here. And the thing is that what I really liked about this scene was that there was a change in action in the fact that you're running. I don't know if you remember from the original Walking Dead, but there was no real running like that. There was like some hurried up walking moments, but there was no full-on running moments, and that would made this very different. And it's pretty cool, this running sequence. And I gotta admit that it was very nice how they incorporated Russell's story into this. How if Russell kills that walker, then Bonnie wakes up and the walker's not there. If Russell doesn't kill it, Bonnie wakes up and the walker who was the prison guard in the first episode is there. But Russell can stop that from happening. What I also love is Bonnie's minigame. Bonnie's minigame is by far, to me, the most fun minigame in all the 400 Deads. I mean, walking around from cornfield to cornfield, dodging flashlights, while people just run by you who can easily kill you. And, like, you dodge the flashlight, and then you have all these moments where they're going to be talking, and you're going to be right there. It's kind of like stealth mode. You feel like Sam Fisher. They're talking, you're right there, but they don't know you're right there.
Anything?
No, I can't see a damn thing out here.
Then came when you finally got out of there and the person was coming to get you. Now, this is what I also didn't like. They wanted it to end a certain way, so they took away the option simply not to hit the person. Because no lie, I see the person walking to me and I'm like, maybe this is D. Maybe this is someone else walking to me. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to hit her. Literally, my first instinct was not to hit her. And then she hits me. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense that D would hit you after she's going to look for you. I mean, I guess if she thinks that is jealous about you and Leland, but that doesn't make sense because after you hit her, she's like, I was looking for you. I wanted to try to say, I saw you running, so I was trying to help you. And it was like, it didn't make any sense. It was just more of them wanting you to have to hit her. It didn't make any sense that D would hit you. Alright, other than that, you can tell Leland that you did it, or you can lie. Now, if you tell him, it's very hard to get him to come with you. There's only one set of lines that I've ever used that got him to come with me if I told him that I killed D. If I didn't tell him, I guess it would be easier, but I never lied to him, so I don't know. But the whole relationship thing was kind of shallow because you didn't have time to explore. You didn't have time to really get to know Leland. So other than that, there was a unique thing about Bonnie. Bonnie is the only character who will automatically go when Tavia asks. She is very trusting.
God, this sounds too good to be true, but I think it is.
So that kind of says that they probably want to use Bonnie in the next season, because if she has to go with Tavia, and you may bump into Tavia's group later, maybe they really want to use her, so she had to be automatic to go with Tavia. which was pretty. It was pretty cool. It did show how gullible she was to Lana just believing it. But it is true. She had to rely on others basically. I mean, she was a drug addict. She had to rely on others basically her whole life. So it's not that far fetched that she would rely on this random woman who says they've got a camp somewhere. Other than that, Bonnie was pretty straightforward. She was a recovering drug addict. She was basically happy. She was very jumpy, and she was very trusting or gullible, whichever word you prefer. She's also the same voice as Molly, so that's pretty cool. Alright, other than that, there's one more person to go on The Walking Dead for in today's bios, I believe. Alright, other than that, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and God bless.